Hello everyone, this is going to be the intro video, or the start, the first in a series on making pots, or potions of tremendous stupidity. My goals for this project is to be fast, 9 minutes or less, easy to use because if your random Steve or Alex can't use it, who cares? 54 shulker boxes or below because it could be funny to brew an entire double chest of harming 2 potions. A queue system, so you could queue 5 double chests of harming 2 potions. Now, where you're getting all these resources from, I don't know, I'm not asking. But, in this video, it is going to be making the screen, so you can brew all 19, so you can at least select all 19 of the different potions, and I will be able to use that signal later on in the project, but we'll get back to that later. Anyways, I'm going to cut back when the screen is done because it's not really relevant to the complex redstone. Okay, so I'm back after building the screen. I've used tinted glass just because I like the aesthetic of when redstone lamps are powered through tinted glass. You can obviously, when the world download is available, just change it to normal glass before taking your own schematic, because that is the end goal, is to make this a giant schematic for anyone who wants to build it. So there's 2 buttons, up and down, which later you'll see how it will move the power using 2 red coders from that lamp to this lamp, or through any of the other lamps. And now, I will go and build the 2 red coders. Okay, so I'm back after building the 2 red coders, since there's a break in the middle for aesthetic purposes, because since it's very difficult to divide 19 in any reasonable method, or any reasonable way. There's a break here, so I have to use 2 comparators that are being subtracted by 1, in order to make a signal strength go down by 1 over the course of 2 blocks. So it's like, it's 2, 1, like that, instead of just continuing on, which would require you to add an extra button press for no reason. So, the next step is going to be building the 2 counter circuits, and I'll be back when that's done. Okay, so I'm back after putting the counters in place. This is just some wiring to get it to actually hook up to the red coder. So you pulse here, you get a +1, you pulse here, you get a -1, if I pulse it for long enough. So the way this works is you take 15, -1, you get 14, -1 again, you get 13, and then you minus 15 by 13 and you get 2. So this can be used as just an adder. You pulse it every time you pulse it. And as you can see, since it's hooked up to the red coder, you can actually see that it's now selected swiftness. And if I pulse it once more, it will jump the gap, so to speak, and select slowness. And it's the same for up here. So, the next problem is linking up the button presses to actually do these things, so someone doesn't have to come back here with a redstone torch, which wouldn't be too helpful for a screen. So, I will come back once I've wired up both buttons. Well, now that everything's been put down, set in stone, you know, everything is in place. I got some note blocks here just from some sound effects, because actually being able to hear the machine working would probably be nice. I've put this in place just so you can't underflow the system, although that wouldn't be a problem. But it's probably best to just have you, by default, selecting night vision. As you can see, it doesn't affect anything. And then I shall quickly just run through everything, just to showcase that everything works. it's just cycling through to the max. Next episode, which is going to be semi-soon, is going to be the 54 counter, so you can actually select how many shulker boxes you brew. I'm probably just going to build it facing that way, since I can rotate things using Axiom. If I move it, I can control R. And flip it. So, yes, this is the final version that I'll most likely just spruce up a bit because, you know, give it a bit of a better design later on. Might be its own episode if I feel like building. But, so far everything is looking good. Well, this was episode 1 in building P.O.T.S, or Potions of Tremendous Stupidity. Guess I'll see you next time then. See ya!